Can ChatGPT 4 make a fun and, dare I say, successful Roblox game? Hello everyone, I'm Fizz, and in this series we are going to answer that question. Now, there have been many videos displaying how ChatGPT can be used to help design games, but this particular video will be different in a couple of ways. Number one, I'm actually going to be talking to ChatGPT using my microphone, and it will reply back to me in the exact same way. For anyone who's seen my Kerbal Space Program series, it will be very similar and it'll use the same AI personality named Charlotte that I used in my other series. Number two, this series is using ChatGPT 4, which is many magnitudes smarter than the previous versions, and it uses a dataset that's way more recent. So there shouldn't be any issues with the AI giving out-of-date scripts that don't work. This series is going to attempt to make a fully functioning game that I'm planning on releasing on Roblox. This isn't just a showcase, this will be a full project from start to finish. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually a game developer with 20 years of experience developing web and casual games. I haven't had time to get too deep with Roblox Studio, so I thought that this would be the perfect way to see if ChatGPT can actually be useful in a situation like this. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it and introduce Charlotte.
Hello everyone, I'm Charlotte. Together with Fizz, we're set to explore the capabilities of AI in crafting a game on the Roblox platform. With ChatGPT 4's up-to-date data and advanced intelligence, our aim is to create a functional game ready for the Roblox community. This journey will take us from the initial coding phases to a playable prototype. While Fizz will handle the programming, we'll bring in an expert for the art and modeling to give the game its final appealing look. Now let's take the first steps into Roblox Studio and start bringing this game to life.
Alright, you heard it there. Now, that is actually true in that I'm not an artist by any means, so we're going to definitely need help after the fact, and we'll worry about that later. But right now, I want to get the game functioning to a point where it's playable and ready for artistic injection, as it were. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to introduce the concept. So you can see I'm in Roblox Studio here. I have not done anything. This is like a completely new base plate. So let me get Charlotte to actually introduce the idea. All right, Charlotte, can you introduce the idea that we're going to be building here in this series?
Absolutely, Fizz. In this series, we're going to create a mining simulator game in Roblox. The concept is engaging and straightforward. Players will start with basic tools and work their way through mining various resources. As they progress, they can trade these resources for currency, allowing them to upgrade their equipment, unlock new levels, and access different areas within the game. This incremental progression will form the core loop that keeps players invested and coming back. With each episode, we'll build upon our game, layer by layer, enhancing functionality and interactivity, all while writing clean and efficient Lua code in Roblox Studio. Let's embark on this creative endeavor and see where it takes us.
Okay, so yeah, Charlotte has a general idea of what we're doing, as you can see. I haven't fed her too much information, but I'm going to be giving her step-by-step of what we need as we go, and she's going to dynamically create that stuff. Now, I've actually written a pretty thorough game design document just for myself, but I haven't fed that information to Charlotte because I want to do this step by step. So as you can see, I just added some free assets in here to make things look a little less boring. These are just placeholder and they're just serving as a test area for now. Ultimately, the game will allow players to enter a fully explorable cave that has several sections that are going to require better tools and skill to progress through. The ore in these areas is going to generate dynamically each time a new cave is created, and the final game will have a few variety of caves to explore. So this isn't going to be like your typical mining simulator game on Roblox where players just dig down in a rectangular area of blocks. This version is going to be more Minecraft-esque, hopefully. Anyway, let's get started with the first bit here. Okay, so I'm going to keep the ChatGPT window visible here. I'll probably hide it every once in a while whenever we need to, but I want you guys to see kind of how this works. And like I said, I'm using an extension that lets me talk to ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT 4 already has the ability to pick up voice inputs and also image inputs. So in this case, I'm actually using an extension in Chrome called Talk to ChatGPT, and this allows me to use ElevenLabs integration, which gives ChatGPT a more natural sounding voice, and you can actually give it different voice presets and all that stuff. So like I said, I'm using one that I use in my other videos. So you'll see exactly how this works in this window here. I have like voice prompts that I can use to start and stop the conversation. So like, for example, if I want to start talking to Charlotte, then I just say a specific word, which toggles on and off the ability for her to actually start listening to me. In that case, that word is pause. So now you can see Charlotte is actually listening to me, and you can see that while I'm talking, it's populating in the chat window, like that. Okay, Charlotte, I was just demonstrating to everybody how this actually all works. So we're gonna get started now, and the first thing that I need from you is a script that gives the player a pickaxe to hold right when the game starts. Send message. And so you can see I just say send message to actually send it. Oh, and there was a problem. So we're going to regenerate that. So sometimes ChatGPT has an issue because there's like a high demand of people using it a lot of the time. So sometimes a prompt won't go through properly and then you just have to resend it.
Got it, Fizz. Here's a simple script that equips the player with a pickaxe when they join the game. You'll want to place this script in a local script within starter player scripts to ensure it runs for each player individually. This script waits for the player's character to spawn and then clones the pickaxe from the starter gear into the character's hierarchy, which will automatically equip it. Make sure to have a tool named Pickaxe within the starter gear folder for this script to function correctly. When you're ready to move on to the next step or need another script, just let me know.
Okay, so I just paused the input again. So she gave me a script here, and she said we have to have a tool named Pickaxe within the starter gear. So these are the things where you kind of have, obviously you need, human input to be able to do that, because ChatGPT can't actually interact with Roblox Studio, at least not natively. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go into the free models here again. We're gonna look for a pickaxe. Now, let's go like that. And of course you wanna make sure that whatever models you're pulling from here do not have scripts, or that that they're actually safe. And you should probably look for stuff that, is highly rated. So this one has scripts, but it is highly rated. Okay, Charlotte, I got a model from Roblox Studio of a pickaxe, but I'm not sure where starter gear is. Can you tell me specifically in the Explorer window where I can find that?
In Roblox Studio, Starter Gear is a service where you can place tools that you want players to spawn with. Here's how to find it and add your pickaxe. In the Explorer window, look for a service named Starter Pack. If it's not visible, you can find it by going to the View tab on the top of Roblox Studio and ensuring that Explorer is checked. Once you see Starter Pack in the Explorer, you can drag and drop your pickaxe model into it. If the pickaxe is a tool, it will automatically be given to players when they join the game. If you already have the pickaxe model in your workspace, you can right-click on it and select Cut, or press Ctrl+X, then right-click on Starter Pack and select Paste Into, or press Ctrl+V to move it there. The Starter Pack essentially acts as the default inventory for new players. Any tool or weapon you place here will appear in the player's inventory at the start of the game.
I seem to have typed in there. Okay, so there you have it. So I just moved that into starter gear. So now I'm actually gonna hide this. I wanted to hide the spawn location, so I'm gonna just go over here and I'm gonna make this, give it a transparency of 1, and also the decal as well, because I don't want those to show up. It just looks kind of weird. So transparency 1 also. Okay. Now I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna assume that she gave me the right information to actually give myself the starter pickaxe. So I'm just gonna run this and see what happens. So as you can see, I don't have anything, and that's because, let me just stop this, because she said that the pickaxe has to be a tool, right? So this is not actually a tool. Okay, so I figured it would just be easier for now just to get a pickaxe that's already a tool. So here's one that's called Pickaxe Tool. So I'm just going to click on it, and it asks me if I want to put this tool into Starter Pack. I'm going to say yes. So now it's actually should be good if I just run this. We should have the tool Yeah, there we go. So now we can just press 1 and the pickaxe comes out, and that should be it. Okay, so now we just want to fill in Charlotte on what we did. Okay, Charlotte, I just found a pickaxe in the models section that actually is already a tool, so we should be good with that now.
Great, Fizz. If you have the pickaxe tool ready, the next step is to ensure it's properly placed in the starter pack for players to receive upon joining the game.
Okay, so she gave me a little bit of information that I think we already knew, so I just kind of skipped through that part, but you can see it on the screen potentially if it's hopefully it's not too small. But so now we're gonna go on with the next step, and that is actually adding the mining action. So let's talk to Charlotte some more. Okay, Charlotte, so the pickaxe is working now. Now we just need some code to actually make the pickaxe swing when the player clicks the mouse.
To make the pickaxe swing when the player clicks the mouse, you'll want to add a local script to the pickaxe tool that listens for the activated event. This event is fired whenever the player clicks while the tool is equipped. Here's a simple local script you can use. You should insert this script directly into the pickaxe tool within the starter pack. This script currently just prints a message to the console when the tool is activated. To show a swinging animation, you'll need to add an animation to the tool.
Okay, so let's focus on the script part first. So she gave us a script here, and I'm just going to copy it. And she said that we need to attach a local script to the pickaxe tool that listens for the activated event, which is already included here. So we're just going to add a local script like so. And then we're going to paste that in here. And then we are going to save it. All right, so we should be able to run this now, and whenever we click, it should say that the pickaxe has been swung. There we go. You can see it in the chat there. It says swing pickaxe times 6 times 7. Every time I click, it adds that in there. So, and then I can also press 1 to put away the pickaxe and take it out. So I'm gonna stop this now. So the second step is to actually create the animation. Now she didn't actually tell us how to create the animation, but I can ask for specific instructions on how to do that. She just said use the Roblox animation editor to create a swinging animation for the pickaxe. Okay, and then she also gave us an update to the local script, which actually will play the animation. So we're gonna actually do that after we create the animation. So let's talk to Charlotte again. Charlotte, can you tell us how to actually use the animation editor to do the animation?
Certainly, Fizz. To create an animation for your pickaxe using the Roblox animation editor, follow these steps.
So she said that the animation editor is actually in plugins, which was not correct. I had to install one. You probably saw me doing that while she was talking. And it's actually under avatar. So what we need to do is we need to click on the animation editor, and it says select a rig to animate or create a new rig. So we're gonna by selecting rig builder. Okay, so we're gonna create a new rig here, and we're just gonna go with my avatar. Create a new animation to start. So we're gonna call this swing pickaxe, and we're gonna create it. This is basically like how this works is with keyframes and stuff. It's similar to other animating tools. Like I used to use Flash, Adobe Flash a lot, and that's actually like how this would work. So what we need to do is we need to select the actual part that we want to be swinging. So I'm gonna click on the right arm, and then I'm just going to advance the keyframes a little bit. And I'm gonna create a new keyframe over here, because we're gonna add a new animation event. We're gonna add an event, and we're gonna call it swing. And then we're gonna rotate the arm, not that way. We're gonna rotate the arm this way, so up to there. And then when we go back here and play it, it will do that. And then we want to go out a little bit more here. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. I actually have never done this before. Add an animation event here. Add an event. And like I said, it's similar to other tools, so this is kind of, it flows pretty much the same way. So we're going to call this swing down, actually. Over here, we want to bring this down again. Not that way. This way. down to probably back to rest kind of thing. There we go. So then when we play this, you can see he's kind of doing a swing animation. Okay, so now we can save this. I just realized that our ocean is not actually anchored. So let's fix that real quick. There we go. Now it should not fall when we press play. That was funny. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we just need to publish this to Roblox. So we're gonna hit the publish to Roblox button, and then we're gonna call this swing pickaxe, and we'll just submit it. Okay, and then you can find your asset in the toolbox or on the web. Okay, so that's done. Under my animations, we have this swing pickaxe animation. So what we can do now is we can just copy the asset ID. So we have this here now. Then we can copy this code. So inside the pickaxe, we have this local script which we should actually name. So we're gonna call this pickaxe script for now. And we'll just replace this code over here. So, and then we need to get the actual asset ID. So we're gonna copy this again and we're gonna paste this in here. There we go. And then we can press save. And now, assuming this is all fine, we should be able to just press play. And I forgot to remove that other model. Oh no, it's fine, it's gone now. And then we can take out the pickaxe and we can swing, we can click, and it's giving us an infinite yield possible on the wait for child humanoid. Okay, so something's wrong. So we'll just stop this. And let's just take a look at the script. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell Charlotte that this is happening. And instead of telling her, I'm gonna copy this. And I'm just gonna type it because I can't say all that stuff. So I'm just gonna say, when I tried to run the code in the new script after placing my animation ID in, I got this error. And let's see what she says.
The error you're encountering typically means that the script is trying to access a humanoid object within the tool's parent, which would be the player's backpack. Tools don't have a humanoid object when they are in the backpack because they are not yet part of the character model. The humanoid object is part of the character model itself. Here's how to correctly reference the humanoid and play the animation. Wait for the tool to be parented to the character model, which happens when the player equips the tool. Then, you can get the humanoid from the character model, not from the backpack. Here's a corrected version of the script. In this revised script, we're checking if the tool's parent has a humanoid and waiting for it if not, which covers the case when the tool is initially in the backpack. We're also checking for an animator on the humanoid. If there isn't one, we wait for it because Roblox automatically adds an animator to the humanoid when the character spawns or the tool is equipped. This script should work without yielding indefinitely. Just make sure to replace RBXASATID, your animation ID, with the actual ID of your swing animation. Test the tool again to confirm that the animation plays when you click.
Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so we bring out the tool. Okay, so it's not giving the error anymore, but it's not playing the animation either. So that's progress, kinda. So let's figure out why that's happening. Alright, so I did a little troubleshooting and I figured out what the problem was. It was basically that the animation was not set to action, the priority of it. So now it's working. If I go into play and I bring out the pickaxe, and there we go. So now you can see that it's working. Now if you click constantly, then it's gonna do that. So I think we have to add a debounce to the animation so that it doesn't play. So let's see if Charlotte can help us with that. Okay, Charlotte, we figured out the problem with the animation. The priority was not set to action.
Setting the priority to action should definitely help if other animations were overriding it. Good catch, Fizz! Now that you've set the correct priority, The pickaxe swing should play as expected when activated. If you've adjusted the priority and confirmed the animation is working, you can continue with the next steps of your game development. Should you encounter any more hurdles or have additional questions, I'm here to help. Just let me know what you need as you progress.
Yeah, and she did mention that, I think, in a roundabout way. I think she did mention the priority somewhere along the line. I think I just missed it, but yeah, we figured it out. So now we can continue with what we want to do next, and that was adding the debounce. So let's do that. Okay, Charlotte, now we want to add a debounce to the animation because if you keep clicking over and over again, the animation keeps restarting from the beginning. So can you modify the script so that we can have a debounce in the animation?
Certainly, adding a debounce mechanism will prevent the animation from restarting if it's already playing. This can be done by checking the isPlaying property of the animation track. Here's how you can modify the script to include a debounce. In this script, the animation will only play if it is not already playing, preventing the animation from restarting each time the player clicks. If the animation is supposed to loop until a certain condition is met, like the mining process is finished, you'll need to manage that condition within the script and stop the animation accordingly. Replace rbxassetted, your animation ID, with the actual ID of your animation and test the tool again. The animation should now only start if it's not already in progress.
Okay, let's try it. We'll just copy, replace everything in here. Now that's there, so we can save it, and then let's click run. And let's see if this works. Now if I click, no, it doesn't work yet. Charlotte, the way that you said to do it didn't work. It's still playing the animation over and over again when I click. Can we do it with a certain number of seconds for a debounce instead of checking the isPlaying?
Certainly, implementing a debounce using a time delay can be a straightforward way to prevent the animation from being triggered too frequently. Here's the modified script with a time-based debounce. In this script, debounce time is set to 1 second, meaning the animation will only play if at least 1 second has passed since it was last activated. You can adjust the debounce time variable to match the length of your animation or to any other value that makes sense for your game. Remember to replace rbxassetted, your animation ID, with the actual ID of your animation. With this debounce mechanism in place, the script will limit how often the animation can be triggered, which should resolve the issue you are experiencing.
Yep, that works. And actually, I'm gonna tell her. She's saying RBX asset ID really strangely, so let's tell her that. When you say RBX asset ID, you should read it as RBX asset ID.
Understood. I'll refer to it as RBX asset ID moving forward. If there's anything else you need for your game or any other tweaks to the scripts, feel free to let me know, Fizz.
Okay, so sometimes you have to kind of train them to say things properly because they won't say it properly all the time. So there we go. Now it's working. And now if I click, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do what it was doing before, so that's great. Okay, so honestly, I think that's probably good for first episode. We got the tool set up, we got the animation set, and yeah, that's basically a good place to start. So the next episode, we'll continue with adding features to the game, probably starting next with actually being able to mine nodes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Charlotte, we're ending the episode. Can you please say goodbye?
Certainly, Fizz. And that wraps up this episode. Thank you all for joining us, and I hope you found it helpful for your own Roblox creations. Goodbye for now, and I look forward to continuing our game development journey together next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're enjoying what you see, feel free to join the Discord. The link is in the description below, and we'll see you next time.